for the fourth round of the long jump. They'll go in reverse order, so we'll start with Shamar Stewart of St. Elizabeth Technical. He's in 8th position. Has 3 more efforts to try and improve that positioning.
His coach, Kerry Lee Ricketts, standing by the side of the cycle track.
Needs 6:44 to move up a spot.
No.
Oh, takes off way beyond the board. Again,
no harm, no foul, but also no advantage gained. He can't get any worse than 8th. He will score at least 1 point for St. Elizabeth Technical. They will be on the board even if he fouls all his jumps. But you don't want to do this when you get to your last 3 jumps. I mean, you're jumping in no man's land at that point.
Shamar Stewart of St. Elizabeth Technical, coached by Kerry Lee Ricketts, as Bruce pointed out, the coach of Shanika Ricketts, the husband of Shanika Ricketts as well. Multiple World Championship medalist, Olympic silver medalist as well. Here's Troy Green, 6:43. He's in 7th position, scoring at the moment for Jamaica College. I'm not sure how many individuals had him in the final 8, so he's done well. He was always sort of on the bubble coming in.
Sure.
And he's landed on the right side of the bubble here. Flies down the runway,
like
hits the board pretty well.
What?
Very, very well. I thought that was perfection on the board.
It must be perfect. He got the white. Let me tell you, this is a strange angle for us. When he goes for it, he's in the final 8. He's in 7th place. He wants more than 2 points for Jamaica College. He hits the board. You're right. There's nothing better than that. Anything more, you're risking a foul.
6.26 meters.
But somehow didn't improve, though.
For him, yeah, no improvement. His best still remains at 6.43. Here's Leonardo Green of St. Jago. 2 St. Jago boys in this final 8. Green focuses.
2 from St. Jago, 2 from Calabar.
Flies down the runway, first year class 2, so he'll be back next year. Looks like a good effort.
They have measured that runway
53
perfectly, Ricardo. The boys are hitting it just right now. This is how it should be.
Another look at it. Leonardo Green of St. Jago High School in the 4th round of the long jump for class 2 boys. Was in that class 3 final last year, Leonardo Green. And he gets 6:58, so it is an improvement for him, and that takes him up a spot to 5th position ahead of this man, Shamar Green of Calabar, who has now been relegated to 6th.
Again, impact on the points. Everybody's going to score, but how much will you score?
Here we go. Shamar Shaw refocuses, realizes now that he's been pushed down a spot in this final. Hasn't really had a good effort since his opening round, 6:55. Starts his run. Almost struggled to the board in my estimation, but did well to recover that jump.
Well, we're going to see on the replay. The fellas are hitting the board. I don't know that you can hit it much better, Ricardo. They really have measured it. They've gotten the run up right. Now let's see if they can get the distance right. So does he get back over the 6:53, which is his... Oh, I see what you're saying. He kind of stretches and then cuts the stride.
6:45 for him, so his second best effort, but he remains in 6th position. 2 rounds to go in the long jump for Class 2 boys, at least for him.
Well, here's the good thing about the long jump and the field events in general. You get 2 more chances.
Next on the runway should be Winaldo Faulkner of St. Jago. 6th in the final last year. You would like to think that he would be extremely disappointed if he doesn't get a medal as a second-year Class 2 athlete in a field where you have a number of first-year finalists. Forner, tall, rangy, loping strides, or if he hit the board well there, if he gets the white flag, that's a big effort. I think that's an improvement. I think that will put him into a medal position. Now we wait on the distance. That's an excellent effort. He's been improving with each round. Has he improved into the medals here?
Again, he's the slowest out there, but with such great height when he gets off the board. Again, viewers, you've been watching with us. The athletes have improved in terms of measuring the run-ups, hitting the board. Oh, 677.
677. That puts him in the bronze medal position by 5 centimeters. And Witter of Cornwall College now in 4th position. So we're seeing changes here in the 4th round of this competition. 672 in the opening round, 655 in round 3 after a fall in round 2. Can Witter put another big jump together? Oh, yes, he can. But is it big enough? I'm not sure. Gets the white flag.
In fact, he only needs 677. He doesn't need 678 to get the bronze back. Rule time, viewers, listeners. If they both have 677, they look for the second best jump. His second best jump being 672 versus 670 for Forner of St. Jago.
643 it is for Witter. It is nowhere near good enough. He remains in 4th position. And now we're down to the top 2 for this 4th round of the long jump final for Class 2 boys. The first final of the 2026 ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships. Here is Talshon Edwards of Calipar. He finds himself in the silver medal position. 702. His best mark. He does have a 720 this season. It's the best jump by a Class 2 boy, but that was wind assisted. 5.1 meters per second behind him. Here he is in round 4. Takes off way behind the board and still gets a pretty healthy effort. I don't know that it is better than 718 of Odane Noble, but it looked like a good effort. Close to, if not over 7 meters. But he took off from so far behind the board.
Yeah, that's the weakness of this one. We're going to be able to tell you right at 20 centimeters. So 689, that would have been 709 had he hit the board. That's how good that jump was. But it's going to be measured as 689. They're not going to give him back the 20 centimeters. A debate recently, or the last 2 or 3 years, where World Athletics was considering, like in a case like that, they would give him back the 20 centimeters.
Yeah. But of course, that was resisted because it was felt that part of the art of this event is that you have to plant in a specific area.
Sorry, Ricardo. Let's give the viewers some critical information right now. You'd have expected Noble to be jumping now. He has passed his 4th round attempt.
Yes, he has. And so we go back to Chavoy Stewart, who is in 8th position with a best of 6.36.
So question is, why would he pass? The reason being, he has other events to do. He's leading the competition. If himself and his coaching staff have determined that they don't think anybody's going to pass him, he could rest and still win the gold medal.
Yeah, and probably also thinking that if he needs to respond, then save energy to respond.
So here's a foul. You see that clearly. So strategically in the long jump, I can let you know Noble is still out there. He's still
going through his warm-ups. He's still preparing just in case he has to jump again. Here is Shamar Green of Jamaica College. He's in 7th position. This is round 5. Long jump, Class 2 boys. That's going to be another foul. Regardless of the angle, that was pretty clear.
I'm telling you, the angle has been throwing me off quite a bit, Ricardo. I've been seeing jumps that are so close, but they've been legal, and that's what's important. We have the officials there. They're looking, they're watching, they're measuring. And again, Troy runs through. At this stage, you kind of have to throw some amount of caution to the wind and go for it, because if you're too cautious, you're going to stay with your 2 points. But you can't lose the 2 points. It's hard to lose the 2 points.
But you could lose one.
You could lose one. So, I think the strategy of the coaches at this stage is we need you to go for it instead of holding back. Noble there of Casey in the background.
Here is Leonardo Green of St. Jago.
Again, behind the board.
Has to be proud of his effort as a first-year Class 2 athlete in the Class 3 final last year, stepping up to be in the Class 2 final this year. Did have a 693 this season. That was when he finished second at the Carifta Trials under 17. Had a win legal 672 in that competition as well. So he is capable of more than the 658 that we've seen from him so far. That's 644 in round 5. He will have one effort to try and improve. Shaw of Calabar settles himself. 655 in the opening round has him in 6th position. Needs 658 to move him back into 5th. 673 to move into 4th. Here is Shamar Shaw. Calabar, round 5. That's a good hit on the board. Looks like a good effort.
Perfect wind, positive 2.0. Gets the white flag. And now it's about measuring that distance. Let's look at the replay. Long strides to begin. Gets them shorter. Goes for speed. Pulls up as he hits the board really well. And tries to get some great height. And extends.
6.64 meters. He is back into 5th position. Shamar Shaw finds a big one in the 5th round. And that relegates Leonardo Green of St. Jago back into 6th, with Shaw now in 5th. This is some good competition. Here's the man in the bronze medal position, Ronaldo Forner, 677 in round number 4. Can he go off to 2nd place? He needs 703. He's been improving with each effort in this competition. What does he have in round number 5? Forner of St. Jago flies down the runway and maybe just left the left leg hanging, I think.
Yeah.
That will impact the distance for sure.
Approaches the board. And so in this case, we're not worried about the board so much, viewers. He hits the board decently. It's where his left leg is. You can see the left leg considerably further behind, 671 the distance. Way behind his right leg. If he was able to keep them together, I think it would have been a much, much better attempt.
Yeah, predicted to win, by the way, Ronaldo Forner by the Champs book. I suspect largely because of the fact that he is a returning Class 2 athlete and the only one returning from the final last year. Oh, Witter has gotten out to a big one here. How big is it? He's put that together really well in round number 5. 677 gets him back into a medal position.
Watch closely. Low knees. Hits the board really well. Again, viewers, you're getting...
Oh, yes, he is back in the bronze medal position. 679. Zihu Witter of Cornwall College lands a big one in round 5 of the Class 2 boys long jump. Positions 5 and 6 and 3 and 4.
I've been flipping and flopping
in the last 3 rounds of this competition. How about positions 1 and 2? Here's Talshon Edwards of Calabar. He's in 2nd position. 702 in round number 3. Needs 719 to take the lead.
Bounding, high knees, gets to the board, hits it well.
He is a powerful jumper, that is for sure. Gets out close to 7 meters again, but I don't think that's enough to unseat Odane Noble of Kingston College, who leads this competition and has been brilliant.
Yeah, 718 is way, way out there, even longer than last year's gold medal. Gets up and hits 682. He has one more attempt to get past 718, and I would not be surprised, well, I am going to be surprised if Noble goes and takes a jump. I really don't think he needs to. He's passed on his 4th, and looks like he's going to line up to take his 5th attempt.
Yeah, he certainly is looking to extend his advantage. Odane Noble of Kingston College from the opening round, putting this competition beyond doubt. Didn't compete in the event at the corporate area championships, but he did win the triple jump there. Fine triple jumper as well. Flies down the runway. Oh, that's a lot of speed, and that is a lot of quality. That's over 7 meters again. Odane Noble is destroying the field in this long jump class 2 boys final.
When I tell you, he's hitting the board so well. A lot of effort, the long strides to start, shortens the strides, gets the arms up, and then hits the board. That's textbook right there, Ricardo Chambers. And lands with his feet way out there, 7:07. Again, over 7 meters. Jeremy DeLissa, his coach, saying, that's a 7:07 jump. I want a 7:20 jump.
His 3 efforts, his best 3 efforts would have won him this competition. 7:07, 7:09 and 7:18. Last chance for Chavoy Stewart to upgrade his 8th position for St. Elizabeth Technical. Fires down the runway, takes off way behind. That will not be good enough. I don't think that will be better than the 6:36, which is his best effort to this point. And that will be that for Chavoy Stewart of St. Elizabeth Technical. But the great thing for him is that he scores for his school. St. Elizabeth Technical still recovering from, well, all of St. Elizabeth still recovering from Hurricane Melissa, but they were hit really hard. Won the Costa Cup schoolboy football competition, showing real grit there. And now in the first final of champs, Stets score with Chavoy Stewart. Jamaica College scoring as well. This is Shamar Green. 6:43, his best mark. He's in 7th position. Needs 6:59 to move up a spot to 6th. Does he have that in him? Green flies down the runway. I don't think that will do it.
No. Final attempts, no.
But as I said, he was always seen to be on the bubble. 4th, just outside the medals at the corporate area championships. And here he is delivering for Jamaica College. When you are chasing championship, when you're in a close champs or potentially a close champs, these 2 and 3 points early on could prove vital in the final analysis. 6:34 is what he gets. He finishes in 7th position. Here is Leonardo Green of San Diego. 6:58, his best. That put him in 5th at the time, but he's now back in 6th position. That's where he started the final 3 rounds. Here is Green pouring down the runway. Hits the board well again. If that is a white flag, this is going to challenge 6:64 for him to move back into 5th position. This is great jumping in the long jump class 2 boys final.
Says a lot about the top 4 at champs. Again, St. Diego has been comfortable in 4th for years and years at champs. Could have done more on the board with his last jump. But let's see what the distance. 6:61. Wow.
It was challenging it, but it's not better than Shamar Shaw's 6.64, so he finishes in 6th. And now Shamar Shaw knows the worst he'll finish in his first year of Class 2 is 5th. Won the Class 3 title last year. Tries to get the support of the Calabar fans.
Does he get up into the 670s to play with the bronze and 4th place?
Needs 678 to move into... No, that won't do it. That won't do it. Needs 680 actually to move into the bronze medal position. But that won't do it. He'll finish in 5th position.
So the points are falling on the board now, viewers, listeners. We can tell you St. Elizabeth Technical has 1 point. Way behind the board on his last attempt.
Stats 1, Jamaica College 2. That's confirmed. 650. Final effort for Shaw. Class 3 champion last year. 5th in the Class 2 final this season. Here is Winaldo Faulkner. Outside the medals in the competition most of the way. Inside the medals once. With his 677. He's now in 4th position. Needs 3 centimeters to move back into the bronze medal position. Maybe he can go much better and get 703 to move in silver, or maybe 719 to move to gold.
Would 679 do it for him? Does he need 680?
Yeah, he needs 680. Here he is.
He went for it.
Certainly went for it. But is it enough for Winaldo Forner of St. Jago?
His second best jump, his best jump now 677.
So yeah, 679, way beyond the board. Wow.
And he hit 679.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, now let's see if I got this right. If he hits 679, his second best jump is 677.
Yeah, so that puts him in the bronze medal position.
I thought so. He did not need 680. So the but how do we write this script? Because Mayhew, 672, that's it. Yeah. Mayhew now needs 679, and he will then take it.
Oh, that is not a bad effort, but I don't know if it's good enough. What a terrific final round we've had in the long jump for Class 2 boys. Witter must have thought he had the medal.
Let me confuse the world. 679 gives him the bronze medal.
It sure does. But
because his second best jump would then be 679.
Does he
659.
He doesn't have it. He is 20 centimeters short. And Witter of Cornwall College finishes in 4th position, which means 5 points for Cornwall College. And that is confirmed. And with bronze for St. Jago and 6th as well. That's 9 points for the St. Jago boys, is it? Bronze, that would be 6 points. And 6th, that would be 3 points.
6 and 3, 9.
Here is Tashawn Edwards of Calabar. At least he can get his 7. He's in 2nd position.
Oh, no.
It's not a foul. It's a white flag.
No, I need a new angle.
But is it enough? I don't think it is enough to displace Odane Noble of Kingston College, who leads with 718. Talshawn Edwards has been very good, but he may have to settle for silver. 702, his best mark.
695.
695.
Really good effort.
It's a great effort to finish, but it's not enough. And here we go now.
So we know the points, and Noble will take his final attempt.
The champion, Class 2 boys, the first gold medalist of Champs 2026. Odane Noble of Kingston College. Any of his 3 best efforts would have won this competition. 707, 709, and 718. What does he finish with? He is so fast down the runway. Here is Noble. Runs through, but it doesn't matter. He's the champion. For some reason, he doesn't look happy. I don't know why. Because he has produced a terrific series of jumps. He has blown this field away. And the Kingston College, after the disappointment of Pusey on day number 1, gets the job done by this youngster, Odane Noble. Brilliant performance.
Amazing. We said we needed 7 meters to get a medal. He got 3 jumps over 7 meters. 2 boys over 7.